A Portland city leader says there is a serious problem with our 911 system. It's one that dates back 12 years.
Yeah, it has to do with a screening system in place to weed out those accidental pocket dials, which the FCC says makes up about half of all of the 911 calls in the country.
And Fox 12's Kelsey Watts is live tonight at City Hall to explain all this for us. Kelsey?
Well, there are so many pocket dials that dispatchers here in the Rose City would simply be overwhelmed if that screening system weren't in place. But now an ombudsman here at City Hall says there's a problem with that system that's just been uncovered, and it has to do with calls made to 911 from your cell phone.
It is scary, and it potentially jeopardizes people's lives and their safety.
Portland City Ombudsman Margie Solinger is talking about a problem with Portland's 911 system that nobody knew existed until now. When this home went up in flames in Southeast Portland back in May, an 84-year-old woman died inside. Some neighbors who called 911 had no trouble, but others said they couldn't reach dispatchers. That led Solinger to dig a little deeper. Here in Portland, when people call 911 from their cell phones, they're sent to a screening system meant to weed out pocket dials. People have to push a button or make a noise to get through to a dispatcher, but when none are available, calls are put into a queue. Oftentimes, people hang up or are disconnected, and dispatchers are supposed to call them back. But Solinger learned the screening system in place doesn't record phone numbers in those cases. And last year alone, 18,482 calls that made it past the 911 screening system were never returned.
What exactly they were about and whether or not they were true emergencies, we don't know, but that's kind of the point. We were supposed to call back and find out.
But a spokesperson for Portland's Bureau of Emergency Communications says even the calls that make it through the screening system are sometimes misdials.
I believe, and I think that our Bureau believes, that if there were truly people who had tried to get through and they weren't able to, that we would have heard about it.
The good news is a fix may be on the horizon with a phone system upgrade expected in the spring. Until then, callers in the 911 queue are hearing a new message saying, don't hang up. If you do, we may not be able to reach you. Now, in the case of that deadly house fire earlier this year, Solinger says the outcome there would not have been any different even if this problem didn't exist, because other people had already made it through to 911 and firefighters were already on their way. She also said dispatchers believed they were calling everyone back. These calls essentially disappeared from the queue and dispatchers had no idea. This is a system we've been using here in Multnomah County for the last 12 years. It's also used in Clackamas and Washington counties. Live at City Hall tonight, Kelsey Watts, Fox 12 Oregon.